Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Northeastern State University's Spring 2013 Commencement Ceremony. As we recognize this solemn and historic academic occasion, we kindly ask that you silence your mobile devices. In addition, we would like to remind you that noisemakers of any kind are not a part of this academic ceremony, and we ask that you respect the announcement of your graduate's name as well as the other graduates' names as they are called. To begin our ceremony, we now ask that you please rise for the processional.
Good morning, students, family members, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests. Welcome to Northeastern State University Spring 2013 Commencement for the College of Science and Health Professions and the Oklahoma College of Optometry. I'm Bill Rugg, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Rebecca Yates, NSU student, accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet, consisting of Cameron Parmian, Dylan Peters, Josh Shoemaker, Kaisley Kincaid, and Jeffrey Daniel. Miss Jamie Coons will serve as our interpreter for this ceremony.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, and please be seated. Before I begin introduction of the platform party, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize Dr. Roger West, who brought the mace down this morning. Dr. West is retiring after 31 years here at NSU, so this will be his final commencement, but we certainly know that we'll be seeing him again. Dr. West, please stand and be recognized. Now I'd like to introduce some members of the platform party. Others will be introduced later in the ceremony. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Mr. Tim Fouch, Vice President for Operations. Mr. Ben Hardcastle, Executive Director, Public Relations and Marketing. Dr. Pamela Fly, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Cheryl Vandenhandel, President-elect of the Faculty Council. Mr. David Kane, Vice President for Finance. Dr. Laura Boren, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Tiffany Mayer, Assistant Professor in Chemistry, will read the names for this ceremony. Now it is my pleasure to introduce President Steve Turner, the 19th President of Northeastern State University, who will extend his greetings and introduce special guests.
Good morning, everyone. We're so glad that you're here. We'll try to adjust the sound a little bit. What a wonderful celebration for us to come together and recognize so many years of hard work and the contributions of so many of you to so many of these. At this point, I'd like for the graduates to identify in the audience where your family members are and stand and applaud them for what they've done to get you here today. So please find them and applaud your family members. This is a very special weekend in that tomorrow is Mother's Day. I lost my mother a few years ago, and there's nothing that replaces the soft heart of a mom. Moms are special. Would all the mothers in the room at this time please stand as a group and let us recognize you, and let me say Happy Mother's Day. We are a military-friendly camp, and we certainly appreciate the service of so many. If you are a veteran and are serving or have served in any of the armed services, would you stand as a group and be recognized for your service? All veterans. Again, thank you for your service. I'd like to introduce at this time a couple of special guests. First, I'll introduce my wife, Penny, over on the right. So if you'll wave. The next person won't want to be recognized, but I do want to introduce Diane Weston, a member of the Tahlequah City Council. Diane, it's good to see you today. Dr. Rugg.
Thank you, Dr. Turner. Many faculty from the College of Science and Health Professions and the Oklahoma College of Optometry are here this morning to share this moment with you, students. Our faculty bring Northeastern State University statewide, regional, national, and international recognition. Most importantly, they care about our students. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding NSU faculty. Faculty, please rise. Each year, 3 faculty members are chosen by their peers for our Circle of Excellence Awards. This annual award recognizes outstanding faculty members for teaching, research, and service. In this ceremony, we would like to recognize 2 of those individuals, Dr. Mayer and Dr. Wang. Will you please come forward? Dr. Tiffany Mayer, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, is recognized for excellence in teaching. Dr. Mayer states, "I teach to encourage lifelong learning and appreciation of science. I want to improve communication of science among the general public and get more people interested in pursuing careers in sciences, particularly chemistry." Dr. Mayer. Dr. Kevin Wang, Assistant Professor of Biology, is recognized for excellence in research. Dr. Wang writes that the goal of his research is to apply biological principles and technologies to benefit mankind. Dr. Wang. Thank you, Dr. Mayer and Dr. Wang, for your contributions to NSU and to our students.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Laura Boren. I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs. At this time, we wish to recognize outstanding students at Northeastern State University. The first group includes our student marshals, members of the Riverhawk Ambassadors, a service organization representing the university in events throughout the year. Would the Riverhawk Ambassadors please stand to be recognized? Recognizing students who perform to the highest academic standards and serve the community, the Awards Committee of the Northeastern State University Alumni Association has identified 14 outstanding seniors. Honorees from the College of Science and Health Professions are asked to stand as I call your name. We will hold our applause until all have been introduced. Morgan Bizone, Tulsa Speech Language Pathology major. Lauren Davey, from Verdigris, Mathematics Education major. Kel Fulps, from Broken Arrow, Biology major. Kel was also selected for the Jack Kaufman Award, named after a visionary NSU alumnus. It includes a monetary award recognizing the recipient's commitment to community service and excellence. Whitney McTeer, from Broken Arrow, Speech Language Pathology. Congratulations to our outstanding seniors. Would the graduating members of the President's Leadership class make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 1974, the President's Leadership Class program serves to identify and cultivate outstanding student leaders. Students are accepted into the program as freshmen. During their time at Northeastern, these students are immersed in a program focused on development of leadership skills and civic engagement. PLC members, as I call each name, please come forward to accept your certificate from President Turner. Morgan Bizone is a speech-language pathology major from Tulsa Webster High School. Lauren Davey is from Verdigris and is getting a degree in math education. Casey Dillard from Sallisaw is a vision science major. Kel Fulps is a biology major from Broken Arrow. Kaylin Lee from Oologah is also a math education major. Please join me in recognizing the President's Leadership class members from the College of Science and Health Professions.
The Gates Millennium Scholars Program, established in 1999, was initially funded by a $1 billion grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Out of the 48,000 applicants, the Gates Millennium Scholars selects 1,000 talented students each year to receive a good through graduation scholarship to use at any college or university of their choice. 30 Gates Millennium Scholars attend Northeastern State University, and 2 are graduating this morning from the College of Science and Health Professions. Please stand as I call your name. We'll hold our applause until all have been introduced. Ashley Million, Human and Family Sciences major from Locust Grove. And Feather Smith Trevino, Biology major with emphasis in Fisheries and Wildlife from Tahlequah. Once again, congratulations to our Gates Millennium Scholar graduates from the College of Science and Health Professions. Will members of the University Honors Program make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 2001, the NSU Honors Program features a learning environment where students work with faculty members and peers in courses focused on independent research and participation in co-curricular cultural experiences. Students in the honor program must maintain a 3.25 grade point average or above and complete a senior research project. As I call your name, please come forward. You will be receiving a medallion from President Turner. Dustin Bocom is a chemistry major from Porter. His research project was titled The Effects of Microwave Irradiation on the Microemulsion Polymerization of Methyl macrolate, and his mentor was Dr. Spence Pilcher. We don't have the medal. We found them. So many medals, we had to put them underneath the podium. Okay, thanks. I also think there was a requirement that everybody come up with a difficult name so that I could fumble through them, so my apologies. Congratulations, Dustin. Ryan Berkeley's project was titled Cumulative Probability of Events with the Same Probability Distributions. He is from Owasso, and his faculty member was Dr. Mark Buckles. Gage Coltrane's project was measuring the temperature dependence of change organization in ionic liquids, and he was mentored by Dr. Chris Burba. Gage is from Sapulpa. Leanne Fessler is a biology major with cellular emphasis, and she is from Wagner. Her research was titled Drosophila manlogaster as a tool to study autophagy and aging. That one I can understand. Dr. Joseph Allender served as her mentor. I'm reminded why I was not a biology major. Mark Martin is an organismic biology major from Talihina. His project, QNRS genes in fluoroquinolone-resistant environmental bacteria, was mentored by Dr. Cindy Cesar. Brent Roberts was also mentioned by Dr. Pilcher. His study was titled Effects of Microwave Irradiation on the Free Radically Initiated Polymerization of Styrene. Brent is from Muskogee. That's early turning of the tassel, right? Congratulations. James Sherrill is from Pryor. He's a mathematics major, and his research was an analysis of strategy, determination, and risk. Dr. Mark Buckles served as his mentor. Darcy Voigt could not be with us this morning, but I did want to read her bio for you. She is a mathematics and Spanish major from Grove, and her study was titled Effects on Vision on Mathematical Computation. She was also mentored by Dr. Buckles. Andrew Young from Tahlequah is a cellular biology major. His research was titled Antimicrobial Effects on Pseudomonas aeruginosa, supernatant, and Dr. Anand Sukhan was his faculty mentor. Congratulations to our honors recipients, and my apologies for slaughtering the research names. Members of the National Honor Society, Alpha Chi, are students in the upper 10% of their junior-senior class and have at least a 3.65 grade point average. Alpha Chi members can be recognized by the gold cords placed on their shoulders. Would all Alpha Chi members please stand? The names of the Spring 2013 honor graduates and the qualifications for undergraduate honors and master degree honors are in your program. These students will be recognized individually as they receive their diplomas. But please join me in recognizing our Spring 2013 cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude, and the graduate honor graduates. Would all honors graduates please stand? And now it is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker for today's commencement, Curtis Roberts, a senior computer science major from Wagner. Curtis was selected by the college to speak after participating in a rigorous review process. Please join me in welcoming Curtis Roberts.
Thank you. My fellow Americans, that's not right. My fellow undergrads, congratulations. We made it. As undergrads, we have attended our final lectures, written our final term papers, and taken our final exams. I'm sure that there are those present today who are surprised to be here, both students and family alike. I know there are members of my family who thought that this day might never arrive. But through hard work and perseverance, we made it here anyway. When I was first approached about doing the student commencement speech, my gut reaction was a resounding no. It was nerve-wracking enough talking in front of a class of 20 students and one professor. And yet, part of the college experience should be about stepping outside of our personal comfort zone at least once or twice so that we can experience new things, forge new memories, meet new people, and make lifelong connections. Doing so can take us to wonderful places we never expected to find ourselves and open up opportunities beyond what we ever could have hoped. And finding the courage to do so will keep us from wondering what if when we look back from what feels like ages from now. So I encourage all of us to step out of our comfort zones as we leave the coziness of the college and head into the great unknown that awaits us henceforth. Persevere there as you have here. Make opportunities for yourself by knocking on doors until your knuckles bleed. When doors open and you are welcome inside, make the best use of it that you possibly can. And when doors are slammed in your face and knock you down, as they invariably will from time to time, do not be discouraged. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and find the next door. Golden opportunities will be found behind the doors we least expect, and you will only find them through perseverance. I would like to personally thank the faculty in the computer science and mathematics departments, my friends, and my family for believing in me even when I did not believe in myself, and helping me to reach the end of this journey. I hope to one day pay it forward. I encourage all of you to thank those that helped you reach your goals and to pay it forward one day yourselves. It has been a long and crazy ride. I'm glad I'm finally traversing this major milestone that is graduation. I look forward to discovering what awaits us over the next horizon. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to reintroduce President Steve Turner, who will share his commencement remarks with you.
It's an honor today to speak to NSU's class of 2013. Northeastern State is a great university with campuses in 3 cities that support us and care about the success of our students. I want to thank Tahlequah, Muskogee, and Broken Arrow for all you do for us. Today I want to talk about connecting with other people. From the telegram to texting, technology has connected us since the 1840s. How many ever received a telegram? How many have ever texted? An electromagnet is a device in which magnetism is produced by an electric current. British electrician William Sturgeon invented the electromagnet in 1825. The first electromagnet was a horseshoe-shaped piece of iron like this that was loosely wound with bands of copper. Basically, when a current was passed through the coil, the electromagnet became magnetized, and when the current was stopped, the coil was demagnetized. You probably remember using some type of magnet or experiment like this in your early science classes. Although not the first inventor to use the electromagnet, in 1835, Samuel Morse, a professor of arts and design at New York University, proved that signals could be transmitted by wire. He used pulses of the current to deflect an electromagnet. He converted the alphabet to a series of dots and dashes. For example, A equals dot and dash. Z is dash, dash, dot, dot. The electromagnet would move a marker to produce written codes on a strip of paper, and we know this process as Morse code. Approximately 5 years later, the U.S. Congress funded $30,000 to construct an experimental line from Washington to Baltimore, a distance of 40 miles. On May 24, 1844, a message entitled, "What God Wrought," was sent by Morse code from the old Supreme Court chamber in the United States Capitol to his partner in Baltimore, officially opening the completed line. Morse allowed Annie Ellsworth, the young daughter of a friend, to choose the words of the message. This was the message she selected from Numbers 23:23. "Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and Israel, what hath God wrought?" Samuel Morse and his associates obtained private funds to extend the line to Philadelphia and New York. Western Union built its first transcontinental telegraph in 1861, mainly using railroad right-of-ways. The first telegram on the transcontinental line was sent by Brigham Young, the governor of Utah, which affirmed the territory had not seceded. It read, "Utah has not seceded, but is firm for the Constitution and the laws of our once happy country." I would point out the Pony Express ceased operation 2 days later. As the telegraph evolved, paper tape gave way to sending message by key and receiving by ear. A trained Morse operator could transmit 40 to 50 words per minute. Telegrams were used to announce the first flight in 1903 and the start of World War I. During World War II, the sight of a Western Union courier was feared because the War Department used the company to notify families of the death of their loved ones serving in the military. By 2005, only 20,000 telegrams were sent at about $10 a message, mostly from companies using services for formal notifications. During the last week of January 2006, the last 10 telegrams included birthday wishes, condolences on the death of a loved one, notification of an emergency, and, of course, several people trying to be the last to send a telegram. Western Union sent the very last telegram on January 27, 2006, ending 162 years of continuous service. Now let's fast forward to text messaging. As a point of reference, until 1877, all rapid long-distance communication depended on the telegraph. That year, a rival technology developed that would again change the face of communication. What was it? The telephone. The short message service, SMS, or text messaging as we know it, function is a result of extensive and open international cooperation. Text messaging was first used on December 3, 1992, when Neil Papworth, a 22-year-old test engineer in the United Kingdom, used his personal computer to send the text message, "Merry Christmas," to the phone of a friend. Modern text messaging is understood to be messaging from one mobile phone to another mobile phone. Initial growth of texting was slow, and in 1995, the average customer sent only 4 text messages per month. Today, text messaging is certainly the most widely used mobile data service. 6 billion text messages are sent every day in the United States, and over 2.2 trillion are sent a year. Globally, 8.6 trillion messages are sent each year. Text messaging is expected to be a $150 billion a year industry by the end of 2013. In the United States, 75% of teenagers send on average 60 texts a day. Texting is teens' most common form of communication, beating out phone conversations, social networks, and old-fashioned face-to-face communications. I expect that some of you are texting right now, even as I'm talking about text messaging. Since text messaging has become very popular around the world, the text speaks or text lingo has been adapted as a way to type messages quickly. Text speak, or abbreviations of words, which tend to avoid typing the whole word, which is time-consuming. Let me say, I still type the whole word, and probably that dates me. Instead of dots and dashes used in Morse code, today emoticons, or textual portrayals of a writer's mood or facial expression in the forms of icons are used. For example, a colon followed by an in bracket becomes a happy face. In addition, text messaging routinely involves abbreviations of words or letters. For example, LOL means laughing out loud, or what? Lots of love. See if you get that. DWBH means what? Don't worry, be happy. TTYL means talk to you later. IDK, I don't know. And I like this one for the parents. Kippers, Kippers, kids in parents' pocket eroding retirement savings. And P911 means parent in the room. It seems the more things change, the more they stay the same. From the dots and dashes of Morse code to the emoticons of text messaging, we use these forms of communication to stay connected to others. From the very beginning of time, creating a relationship with others is the most important aspect of life. In a crowd of this size, I'm sure that some of you were impacted by a Western Union telegraph from the War Department in World War II. On April 15, 2013, at the conclusion of the Boston Marathon, 2 pressure cooker bombs exploded in the crowd. The most common method of checking on the well-being of loved ones during this national tragedy was text messaging. In fact, one of the bombers even sent a text to 3 of his friends who are now being questioned by the police. When he was told by his friends that he resembled one of the suspects in the widely released surveillance video, he sent this chilling response: LOL, you better not text me. From Morse code to texting, we use technology to communicate both good and bad news. 24 hours per day, we are connected to others. Now is your time to connect to NSU. To the College of Science and Health Professions and the Oklahoma College of Optometry graduates, today marks a new relationship with generations of NSU alums. The 1910 graduating class of Northeastern State Normal School produced 4 bachelor's degrees. For comparison, in 2012, we produced 1,500 and 1,514 degrees. Since becoming a public institution, if you count bachelor's, master's, and 704 professional degrees, we have produced, as of last year, 79,705 degrees. Today, approximately 46,000 other NSU alums that you will connect to still live within the confines of the state of Oklahoma. The challenge and opportunity presented to you today is to hold fast to the great relationships that you have created as students at NSU, to use the knowledge and expertise gained here to connect to the work world, and to go from this place with confidence that the best years are ahead of you. You will be successful in life because of relationships with others. David Rockefeller Sr., the American banker and philanthropist, is currently the most senior member of the Rockefeller family and the only surviving child of John D. Rockefeller Jr. He said this: "I am convinced that material things can contribute a lot to making one's life pleasant, but basically, if you do not have very good friends and relatives who matter to you, life will be empty and sad, and material things will cease to be important." In conclusion, SCTNSU GHGF. In text language, this means stay connected to Northeastern State University. Gather here, go far. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Turner. And now it is time to present candidates for the baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degrees. Each candidate will be recognized on stage and receive a diploma cover. Master's and doctoral candidates will also receive a hood symbolizing their professional field. After all candidates are recognized on stage, President Turner will confer the degrees. Dean Martin Veneman, College of Science and Health Professions, will present the baccalaureate candidates in that college.
Thank you, Dr. Rugg. President Turner, I am pleased to present to you these candidates from the College of Science and Health Professions upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be confirmed. Science and Health Professions baccalaureate candidates, please come forward.
Curtis Michael Roberts, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, and Mathematics. William Michael Oler. Jesse Gurley. Candace McNamee. Olivia Mercier. Casey Brianne Coleman. Alyssa Dawn Owens. Caitlin Elizabeth Augerhole. Shelby Lene Stavely. Avery Dawn Colker. Kelsey Lee Hildebrandt. Dustin Baucom, magna cum laude. Gage Coltrane, summa cum laude. Mark Martin, summa cum laude. Brent Roberts, summa cum laude. Amanda Holland, summa cum laude. Andrea Janine McGee, cum laude. Courtney Reading Bowling, summa cum laude. Brianna Payne, summa cum laude. Angela Dawn Hall. Tracy Lynn Archie, summa cum laude. Shauna Hudspeth. Brenda Rowe, summa cum laude. Faith Spearman. Christopher Michael Garrett. Bonnie L. Wickham. Courtney Nicole Whitley, magna cum laude. Holly Ray Kirk. Chad Holyfield, summa cum laude. Megan McGee Meek. Stormy Holcomb. James Earl Schoonmaker. Jesse Martin. Aaron Casey Hellinger. Shelby Bowen. Michelle Moss. Ashley Grace Barnett. Deidre Marie Breland. Patricia Lee Clark. Ashlyn Blaze Million. Rochelle Lynn Vaughn. Janice Faye Bird. Lauren Sky Johns. Hannah Renee Fleming, cum laude. Whitney Elaine McAteer, sum cum laude. Tori Lynn Morton, cum laude. Morgan Nicole Bazone, magna cum laude. Kelsey Michelle Duncan. Shanna McCullough. Shelby Joe Wagner, cum laude. Kenzie Nicole Scott. Holly Taylor Sullivan, summa cum laude. Kenzie Langley. Christy Langley, sorry. Kyla Nicole Lassiter. Amberly Renee Hawkins, summa cum laude. Jordan Surratt, summa cum laude. Felicia Erin Tillery. Christina Green. Brittany Renee Townsend. Andrew Young, summa cum laude. Jacob Quaid Duval. Pamela Erin Martin, summa cum laude. Leanne Fessler. Amanda Nicole Scholes. Katie Kubiak, cum laude. Joshua Reed. Wesley Joe Rhodes. Kirsten La Rosa. Rachel Bennett. Jeremy Estera. Abraham Middleton. Ryan Berkeley, cum laude. James Quaid Sherrill, cum laude. Lee Linnell Imboden, cum laude. Paige Nicole Blake, magna cum laude. Blaine Holland Burge, magna cum laude. Amanda Elizabeth Hartman. Megan Elise Rowan. Jenna Harrison. Emily Schuck. Mariana Allen. Catherine Ann Gruel. Renee Weir. Jonna Hill. Sarah Schmidt. Zachary Merrow Powell. Jennifer Harris, summa cum laude. Casey Dillard, magna cum laude. Catherine Stewart. Feather Renee Smith Trevino, magna cum laude. Rochelle Vetter. Amanda Gail Sanders Van, magna cum laude. Autumn Brooke Martin. Debbie Davis. Nicholas Charles McKinney, magna cum laude. Jerry Joe Capps. Holly Carroll. Tina Marie Fort. Julie Ann Potts. Megan Rocky. Seth Rich. Amanda Cersei. Mitchell Aaron Gertie Jr. Kale Phelps, summa cum laude. Kaylin Lee, summa cum laude. Lauren Allen Davey, magna cum laude. Taylor Pride, magna cum laude. Shanna Weiss. Taylor Tiger. Brianna Osland Ballard. Hugh Chi Zong, cum laude. Johnny Conrad Weissman, cum laude. Stephen Thomas Hensley. Aaron Lucas. Vicki Lynn Kransky, magna cum laude. Dana Jean Garrison, summa cum laude. Yvonne Gordon, cum laude. Ying Payton, cum laude. Marcy Zweifel, cum laude.
Please help me acknowledge the bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Science and Health Professions.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. I'm Tom Jackson, Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. President Turner, I am pleased to present to these candidates from the College of Graduate Studies upon whom the master's degrees will be conferred. Master's candidates in the College of Science and Health Professions will be hooded by Dean Veneman and their faculty advisor or assistant dean. Master's degree candidates, please come forward.
Kobe Nicole Howell. Emily Renee Ball. Taylor Clay Weston. Amanda Donnell Ulmer. Ronnie Lee Holmes. Natalie Cantwell. Megan Nicole Clinton, Master's Honors. Chelsea Ann Wingfield. Sonia Dement. Carol Diana Stewart, Master's Honors. Jennifer Carol Spencer, Master's Honors. Desiree Hazley Hood. Scott Hirsch. Keaton Dale Lavelle. Gabrielle Exier Jorgensen. Amanda K. Llewellyn. Brandy Wofford. Brandy Isham. Allison Beth Craig. Stacy Heinzig. Casey Kaiser. April Elsie.
Please join me in acknowledging the master's degree candidates from the College of Science and Health Professions.
Good morning. I'm Doug Peniston, Dean of the Oklahoma College of Optometry. President Turner, I'm pleased to present to you these candidates from the Oklahoma College of Optometry upon whom the doctoral degree will be conferred. Hooding the graduates will be Dr. Michelle Welch and Dr. Jeff Miller. Will the optometry doctoral candidates please come forward?
Dr. Randolph Chip Fincher. Dr. Richard Aaron Reinert. Dr. Nathaniel Wernick. Dr. Russell James Crotty. Dr. Randall Scott Sauer. Dr. Owen Setter. Dr. Jason Koschmater. Dr. Vanessa Aaron Williams. Dr. April Parker. Dr. Erin Christine Ritter. Dr. Bonnie Jo Rigney. Dr. Megan Nicole Kirkpatrick. Dr. Jessica Marie Colpitt. Dr. Chad Meese. Dr. Nicholas Edward Mondero. Dr. Andrew Whitley. Dr. James Therian. Dr. Kayleann Dittmer. Dr. Emily Lynn Bruce. Dr. Elizabeth Fieser. Dr. Kelsey Dawn Grounds. Dr. Elise Boulay. Dr. Sarah Mullenix. Dr. Linda Leanne Ray. Dr. Mindy Combs. Dr. Sarah Boone. Dr. Lauren Rochelle Frost. Dr. Joshua M. Golden.
Please help me recognize the doctoral degree candidates from the Oklahoma College of Optometry.
Congratulations to all of you. Students, now is the time for conferring of the degrees. Will all baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degree candidates please rise? President Turner, pending the results of the final degree audit, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degrees respectively, and I recommend that the degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Rugg. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate, master's, or doctoral degree as printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. Graduates, there is a tradition in higher education that signifies the passage from being a student candidate for graduation to becoming a graduate. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Please be seated.
Feels good, doesn't it? Graduates, as you know, Northeastern State University has a long history of service to Oklahoma. Our alumni accomplish great things in their professional and personal lives. Today, you are joining this distinguished group, and we are your partner as you begin this chapter in your life. Here to explain the benefits of membership in the Alumni Association is Mr. Daniel Johnson, Director of NSU Alumni Services.
Graduates, on behalf of NSU Alumni Association's Board of Directors, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you for the first time to the Green and White Network of NSU. Green and White Network is the name that we have for our community of some 53,000 plus alumni and friends who all have one very important thing in common: a shared passion for NSU. After you cross the stage, you received one of these. This is the official alumni pin of NSU. Let this be a badge of your passion. Let it be a symbol of your pride for your alma mater. And let it be a reminder of the incredible investment that you made while you were here. As a matter of fact, as the director of Alumni Association, that's my charge to you today, to stay invested. And it's the role of the Alumni Association to make sure that you do. The Alumni Association is your link to the Green and White Network. It's a platform that helps you stay connected to NSU and to each other. We offer a broad range of networking events, programs, services, and communications that will help you stay connected. And I encourage each of you to consider joining the Alumni Association to take full advantage and reap all the rewards that come with being a member. NSU needs you to stay invested. As an alumnus, each of you now becomes a valuable partner in the future of our alma mater. Once you've gone from here, as you go about pursuing life after NSU, you'll have an opportunity to give back. It may be as a mentor, personal or professional mentor, to an NSU student. You may have the opportunity to open career doors for NSU graduates. And alumni make our best recruiters of NSU students. I suspect there's some folks in the audience, some alumni here in the audience this morning that help guide you to NSU. And as a matter of fact, I'd like to acknowledge that group now. So if in the audience, if you're a graduate of NSU or attended here, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Graduates, the relationship that you have developed with Northeastern will hopefully be permanent and lasting. I welcome you once again to the Green and White Network and hope you know that you will always be a part of the family here at NSU. Good luck, and I will see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Before we wrap up our ceremony today, I would like to take a moment to recognize all of those who helped make this possible. A very large group of people were working behind the scenes. In fact, when we complete our ceremony today, they will begin work on the next one immediately. We do have a few more still today and Monday up in Broken Arrow, but I want you to know that several people have made this day the success that it is, and I want to take a moment to thank all of those who helped make today possible. Thank you. Now, parents, relatives, grandparents, spouses, friends, fiancés, all of you in the audience, if you feel a sudden burst of enthusiasm, excitement, or perhaps a financial burden has been lifted from you, please let us know right now. Now please stand and join us in singing the NSU Alma Mater, sung by Rebecca Yates, NSU student, and accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet. Following the Alma Mater, please remain standing as the Mace and Platform Party recess. After the Platform Party has departed, the audience will be dismissed. Please feel free to visit with faculty and friends outside and enjoy the beautiful NSU campus so that this facility can be prepared for the next ceremony later this morning. Thank you.